Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trading Room Live recap for Friday, December the 18th. My name is Barry Heinerson. I'm the moderator of our trading room. This is the address to get into the room, and the room is open between 9 and 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I'm live on the mic. All right, let's take a look at some of the things that we posted in there. I posted in the room today. Now, as I said yesterday, if you watched the video yesterday, you know that I'm taking a look at this option strategy, and I think I showed you how to do it. One of the things I did add, this one has a minimum option volume of 300%, and I also stuck in 200% just to see if we could catch some moves a little earlier. Again, you run the risk. I mean, you might say, well, why don't we just stick with 200%? And the reason I do this is because you run the risk sometimes of getting ones at 200%, and there's just no follow through. And you need the ones that are 300% to really get that follow through. But I don't know that for sure. I mean, I may even put it at 150% just to test it. But I decided to put it at 200% today, along with the 300%, just to see what was happening. So with that in mind, and now I just lost it. Just one second. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so this is one that came up fairly early. Hopefully, I don't lose the screen again. I know. You can see right down here at 60.05. Now this is an example. You see what I'm talking about? This is an example of one that triggered at 277. Now you might say, well, why didn't it trigger at 200? The reason it didn't trigger at 200 is because I had other filters in place, and the filters weren't all met until it hit until 277 hit. But notice a little bit later on, hopefully this is there, right there. Now 300 is hit. So you can see the pink and this orange and black, they're the same alerts, except this one is alerting um, less than 300 and this one has to be 300. So you can see why I'm interested in looking at this, because it picked it up at $60.05. This picks it up at 59.61. So there's almost a 50-cent difference right there. So with that in mind, I did short CFR. Let me back this out. Um, Got in at 59.85 on the short. Now, hopefully I don't lose the chart. There we go. Okay, a little bit delayed reaction there. So I got in at, and let me make this a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I took the short at 59.85, which is right about here. Remember now, the alert was at 60.04. I let it break down through the whole number, and so when I took the alert, or took the trade, it was right here at 59.85. I know it says 59.88, but let me just put a mark right there. So it took the short right there. Beautiful. Look how quickly it fell. This is 15-minute candles, but look how quickly it fell. I actually was able to, now pop back up. I was able to cover at right here, actually. I wonder how I managed that. 59.38, right at the bottom. And then on the way back up at 59.65. So, and then it started to pop back up. But, this was a good example anyway, as best I can explain it, why I'm also looking at the 200% minimum and the 300% minimum. It caught this trade a little bit earlier than if I had waited. If I had waited, it didn't trigger on the 300% till about right there. And so I may still have taken the trade, but, it wouldn't have not have been as profitable. And I actually then tried to go long on it. On this, almost immediately, I tried to go long on it at 60.32, and it popped up a bit, but then it came back down. I wasn't quick enough, and I actually exited for about a 4-cent loss on that. Um, Now, TK was another good trade. I know a lot in the room took it. Now, the reason why we had TK was this is what happened yesterday, 1756 key rash, all the way down to all the way down to 659 or so. So, you're talking about a an $11 drop. And the reason why is that, among other reasons, I mean, they cut their dividend from 55 cents to 5.5 cents. So obviously the market looked at that and go, okay. But in the morning, we're watching this, and I decided to, when it broke, excuse me, over $8, to play it for the bounce. And so I got into the trade at, let me see if I can get this a little bit, there we go. Okay, got into the trade at 828. So right about here, got into the trade here. And this was a pretty decent trade until this happened, of course. I did exit some, took some profit at 842. At 842 right there. Watch it get all the way up to 896. I was really obviously hoping that it might break through 9. Didn't do it, and on this bar, I was actually a little bit late, a little bit distracted today, as usual. A lot of things going on, and I got out of the trade at 849, right about here. So not a bad trade. Obviously, did not maximize my gains. I should have been a lot more quick on exit. Probably, should have taken it out right around here. But nonetheless, just one of those ones in which watching from yesterday and definitely paid off. Now here was another pretty good one. Didn't again maximize my gains on it. BOKF was another one on the option play. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Here we are. So BOKF right here at 58.91. Let's see where it would have, I don't know if it triggered, let's see, 291, you see? So I caught it a little bit earlier. If I'd waited for the 300, I'm not even sure it got to the 300%. I hope I don't, let me just back this out. I just don't want to lose the window. Yeah, interesting because I just scrolled up. It never did get to 300%. So this is one that I would not have found, except I had it, I had the 200% minimum. And it worked out quite well. 58.91 was the trigger. And I waited a little bit on it and I took the trade at 58.95. So I took the trade right about here. I just wanted to make sure that it was going to not go back over the whole number. It basically didn't, and it stayed below the whole number. And so I took the trade, and this is short, of course, and got out some at 58.70, right about here, right about there, and then waited on this, and it looked like it was really going to collapse even more. I was hoping again for utter collapse through 57. Just didn't happen, and I exited the balance at 49, 58.49. Now, I did take a couple other small trades. PTLA, took a small loss on that one. Again, it was from the option. This is a bio, it was very spready. I had a little bit of profit in early, didn't take it, and I lost 6 cents on that. And DLR was one. That was a tough one. I wonder what it is right now. I don't mind it, even if it's above. Yeah, now. This is a long and short strategy, but I've really been finding that the shorts, obviously on a day like today when the market's down almost 300, you would anticipate that the shorts would be better. But I did decide to take this trade. It was holding 75 forever. The trigger was, I think, 75.04. Took the trade, excuse me, at 75.20. Excuse me, actually 75.19. Popped up a little bit, got up to 75.27, but as it started coming down, I basically exited flat. I'm glad I did. All right, it's been the end of a long, long week. Exciting week, Fed week, or Fed day on Wednesday, I guess it was, raising rate. So who knows what next week is? Obviously, it's holiday week. I don't know if I'm allowed to call it Christmas week, but anyway, holiday week. And so we'll have to see what happens. The market is open half a day on Thursday, closed, of course, on Friday. In Canada, we have Boxing Day on Monday, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to determine, probably let everybody know on Thursday whether I'm going to open the room or not on the Monday. More than likely I will, but we'll have to see. So anyway, hope everybody has a great weekend. Catch up on whatever you've got to do. I know it can be pretty hectic for those of us who celebrate Christmas and last minute shopping and all that sort of. So I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you in the trading room on Monday.